And just like that, the final episode of the recording session has begun. Welcome back to Resonance of Fate. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. This is like a video game Sega commentary. And a not-so-eventful recording session. We haven't really done anything. Not because I didn't want to, because I've been trying to, but because we're sort of in this position where we don't really have anything to, you know, like we don't have the right energy access. So I think I've learned my lesson from now on. Like, only use, like, the ones that could be used in, like, straight and narrow areas whenever you actually need them, and try using, like, the more wide ones for everything else. Okay. There's the fight already. These guys should be a bit easier to fight, though, so, you know, no big deal. You know, they're not those taking... This should be a cakewalk, I imagine. So switch over to you, please. That'd be great. Yeah. Oh, these guys recover... scratch damage too. Have all leaders done this since the beginning of time, and I'm just now noticing this? Or these guys are also this guy's also level 20, huh? Okay, I'm gonna need to jump in the air like very quickly. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Shoot you up just a little bit. Please, so that would be great. And another one. And another one. He's been smacked down. And this drink's been very good. Another. Unfortunately, like whenever these random encounters come, we can't run from them. Actually, we can't. So we actually have to fight them. Hopefully, well, maybe this will be just what the doctor ordered. Maybe we'll get whatchamacallit from this. Some type of that was really bad. Whatever happened. Okay, so what I'm gonna need to do. I'm gonna have Zephyr go and pick up these pieces to get a complete whatchamacallit. Then I'm going to no! I didn't have enough time. It's annoying. Okay. So let's switch over to a hand grenade, sure. Oh, whatever. We lost her whatchamacallit. Now we're in this vulnerable state where we're, yeah, susceptible to losing another one. But yeah, we got rid of that though. But we probably, yeah, because this is gonna happen. Why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? Like we were doing so fine, and then boom, this happened, and then this happened. Alright, let's retry. But I think the other method that I did originally in the last episode is better. Let's go with Vashyron. Have Vashyron lead the assault, since these leaders don't seem to really... Oops. So over to you, please. That would be great. Yeah, since these leaders... Like, yeah, like, they seem to be very very weak to just direct damage, but they can recover... scratch damage very easily. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. Maybe it's just my imagination. Okay. Leanne, we want to go this way. Why do we... Like, whenever she jumps, she makes, like... It seems like she's about to, like, do some, like, weird... Like, she's about to, like, throw a grenade or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Ugh. You don't have any hand grenade pluses. I'd really love to use that on these guys right now. I wouldn't, but I would love to at least use one, because these guys are really annoying. These leaders, who can recover whatchamacallit. Okay, I'm gonna pass again. Ouch. Leanne, that kind of hurt Leanne, which is very rude. Oh, we could go this way. There we go, that's the best way to do things, I imagine. I wonder if we're even going to be able to start the dungeon this recording session. You know what? I think for this recording session, we're just going to we're just going to run some errands, and then we'll start the dungeon the next recording session when we're more prepared. I think that's what we're going to do, because the one dungeon port recording session thing was cool and all, but whatever. Sometimes you just have to accept defeat, and accept defeat like this. I could just as easily quit if I wanted to. Quit the game, no. What happens, like... I'm not gonna select that. I was like, what if that just meant that we could just run away? But no. Yeah, this game doesn't... Unfortunately, it doesn't let you run away even if you want to, which is kind of annoying. I don't think that we have, like... Oops. That was a waste of a turn. Okay, now we have to go in, like, this really weird... There we go. Switch over to you. There you go. Straight in the line of fire, buddy. I hope you're ready to just... Yeah, we're just gonna do side missions this recording session. I think that's what, because I want to get something done in this recording session. We haven't done anything so far, except for just fight. Yeah, like a couple. Okay. Oh, I actually wasted my whatchamacallit. Maybe for places like this. Oh, Zephyr is. Do we have first aid selected? All right, holy power, come to me, first aid. There we go. Of course, that was all in vain, because he's probably about to lose it again. Alright, pass. No, I'm just going to... Oop, no, hold on. Always remember to select the person first before you shoot. Target airborne. We got our Basel back, which is good. But, we lost it because that happened. Yeah, I wonder... Yeah, it seems like there's a very... big difficulty spike around here. Where's Vashyron? Holy powers, come to me. First aid. There we go. We're probably gonna need something better than first aids eventually in the future, but alright, pass. If I were to do that, that would just make like a really small triangle. These guys are annoying. These stupid leaders who seem to be level 20. I wonder what the average level of everyone else was. Alright, holy power, come to me, first aid. What I need to do actually is... yeah. I guess it's a good thing that I didn't do that because... Alrighty then. Pass. Now, what I'm gonna do is... Yeah, we'll just use this. Even if I take damage, I don't care. Get hurt, kid. Let's see. Now, if it's Leanne's turn again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this. And then switch over to Vashyron. Holy power's gonna be first aid! Nope. Vashyron, I'm sorry, we're going to go into condition critical. Yep. It's alright. And I'm on fire. Oops. Let's see. Do this. I don't think that did anything. There we go. I think I got interrupted or something. I don't know. I wish we could just run away from battles. I think I'm gonna have to do a grinding session too, for some reason, because there is a huge difficulty spike around here. I was getting to. Nope. Okay. I'll go right here. Pass my turn. Vashyron, right here. And there we go. You. Yeah, because normally I would use Zephyr to lead the assault, but these leaders don't seem to really... They don't seem to care very much about scratch damage, so it's like, you know... Okay. Perhaps it might be... Oops. Okay, Oh, we lost a resonance point anyway. Okay, what I want to do is I want to build up like a less awkward circle. Let's move everyone closer to the leader. Perhaps that might be better. Vasher or Zephyr. Why do I still get their names mixed up for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Ouch. It's okay. We can still do this, ladies and gentlemen. We could still do this. What if actually I spent the entire mission, or the entire episode, just doing this one fight? Like, how much would that suck? Okay, let's go to Vashyron. Oops. I needed to build up a resonance point really badly, so, you know, it's alright. Even if this isn't really doing anything, I wanted to get that resonance point. Okay. Now what we're going to do is hope that stuff like that doesn't happen. Okay. Oh boy, we're gonna go into condition critical. If we, that is assuming that we don't like do. I want to go this way actually. The most bang for my buck, I suppose. Come on, please. Could you just? Why aren't we getting resonance points back anymore either? I don't understand that. Like normally doing stuff like this would recover our resonance points, but not anymore. They seem to just. I just want to get out of this area is what I wanted to now. Working condition critical, and Leanne's gonna just get destroyed and we're gonna die. Yep. I don't get it. I don't get it. Where did this difficulty come from? Okay. Go this way. Pass. We're gonna go this way. Pass. Pass. Go this way. Actually, what I should have. Okay, whatever. No big deal. I keep saying what I should have done, and it's too late. I need to think about my plans. I need to think about my tactics before I actually do them, and then just stick with my guns, I suppose. Yeah, I do think I'm going to need to do a grinding session before the next recording session, before we actually take on the dungeon. Because right now we're just gonna do. I want to go this way. We're just going to do. What was I saying? We're just going to do. Yeah, we're just gonna do side missions. This does not make sense. Like, we shouldn't be having this much trouble with just random encounters. What happened? These guys are level 20. What level are we? Like, we're all like, I think like the strongest gun is level 17 or something like that. Okay. I hate recording sessions like this where I don't do anything. They're just boring to watch. They're boring, among other things. I can't break into an awkward topic just yet, but I will when we start doing stuff. Okay, like once like this is over and we can get to like a more safer area. Oops, come on, where are you? Where are you? There you go. We got a resonance point back. Now, unfortunately, it's like I'm in this awkward position where it's like I want to do it because under normal circumstances we'd be able to get a resonance point back, but it's like, no, we couldn't because Zephyr took too much damage and now we're in condition critical. Okay, let's shoot you up a little bit, and you're gonna die. Would it be better just to like what was everything before? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna load the game. And then, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. You know, there was that whole cutscene earlier, because we didn't really do anything. We really didn't. And I can just skip events. So, we're just gonna go, we're gonna do the side missions, and then that's what we're gonna do. I probably should have saved before I went into this area in the first place, but oh well. Okay, we can't do that. We have to wait. Energy axes, yay! Stuff that we've already gotten. Yeah, story mission's been added, but we're not doing that just yet. What happened? Like, what is everyone's level? Okay, like, I understand. 14, 11, and 8. Yeah, we're gonna need to do some grinding a little bit, I think. Outside of things, but just so that we can actually do something in this recording session, I'm just going to go ahead and do some. What happened there? I don't understand. Like, I can understand things getting a little tougher, but not that much tougher. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, legitimately, I don't get it. I would have rather have done the escort mission, because the escort mission was tough, but it was doable, right? Like that's the type of like difficulty spiking I don't mind, where it's like it's possible to do it, but like those who appreciate beauty contribute to my artistic whatever. Only those with a sure eye for artistry need to play. Wait, blah blah. I think first of all let's go see Miranda in the store. Nearly 20 minutes. Nearly 20 minutes of this nonsense. How dare you? Phoenix, right? How dare you? How dare you? Why do I always say that? First off, I need to see if you can actually buy energy hexes, because if you can... I know that you can trade in colored energy hexes, but... Let's see... Buy... Tools... Rookie grenade... Energy hexes... So you can buy energy hexes, it's just that they don't have any here. Auto trigger automatically attacks the action... We could buy one of these. Maybe I should give that to everyone. Because we already have it equipped, we already have it set for Leanne, but... okay, let's go to equip. Zephyr... Auto trigger. And you're going to auto trigger too, what is this? Cause physical damage, okay. This line assists your clothes interior, cutting physical damage by 10%. Okay. Let's get out of here. And do some stuff, actually. Wow. Oh well, it looks like the 1 chapter per recording session streak has been ended. Oh well, who cares? I should have done the whatchamacallit. Okay, whatever. How's it going? I don't remember what voice I gave her. I want to expand my shop's merchandise lines, but I don't have enough mannequins for displaying clothes. You don't have to bring me complete mannequins, though. I just want you to get the materials for making them. Will you do that for me, please? So this is probably where selling those mannequins off would have been was a bad idea, I imagine. Mission memo. Oops, no. Screw you, I don't care about that yet. I wanted frickin' for wine? We're doing this for wine! Screw you, Barabella! I want to expand my shop's merchandise line, but I don't... Mannequin... I just want the materials for making them. Will you do that for me, please? I wonder where... Do we have to go back to the whatchamacallit? If it's mannequins, I figure the Forest of Vitals is the most logical place for parts. It takes 4 parts to make 1 mannequin. The head, arm, torso, and legs. Please make me 5 full sets. Yeah, that's where if I was I knew that was gonna come back to bite me in the butt, but it's okay. The Forest of Idols is doable, okay? It's really doable. Unlike the frickin' snow area, which seems to be the Iron Giant of Iron Giants. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. When do I ever? We also need to go, let's see, mission memo. While we're out there, we need to go to Carigliano, and we need to go to Teresa, visit Teresa as well. This is a perfect date, so it's probably not that amazing of a quest to do, but it seems like these side missions are starting to get. Oh, this side mission wouldn't have been too. I knew that was gonna beat me in the butt. I knew that was gonna come back to bite me in the butt. I was like, I even said so before I sold them. I was like, you know, I feel like selling these is probably a bad idea. And you guys are probably like, oh, you shouldn't have sold those. You're gonna need those to make the most OP item ever. Well, it wasn't exactly make the most OP item ever, but it would have been the easiest frickin' thing in the world. Alright. 9 hours. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. So we're gonna take care of this mission first. Go to the Forest of Idols. Excuse me, what? And get out of here, I suppose. Elevator to level 5. Did you expect to go to the Forest of Idols again in this recording session, ladies and gentlemen? I wouldn't have. Okay. I definitely wouldn't have, I can say that much. Alright, Forest of Idols. Now, there's an energy station near here, so... There's the Plaster Forest. Do we get them from just doing, like, regular fights in here, or... Let's see. Well, for these guys, we don't really have to worry about, like, anything being too bad, because, yeah, they're only a level 11, so... Yeah, that's a 9-level increase! I do not understand that at all. Like, yeah, that was a 9-level increase. Where on earth did that come from? That's just silly! Seriously! Like, that is just silly! Oh, I'm just gonna have to grind and then I'll be okay for like another 3 recording sessions. Now I'll have to do like another grinding session, then I'll be okay for another 3 more recording sessions, and then I'll do another grinding session. Oh man! Seriously, it's something like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Just when I was starting to like get the hang of things, like this nonsense happens, and then it's like, Okay, what I can do is actually this. This will go right between them, right? Yeah. Now I know that Zephyr is actually very close to like losing a Basel as it is, but whatever. You know, sometimes you gotta take risks, and these enemies really aren't that bad anymore, so you know it's no big deal. Get some progress done. Okay. While we're at it. Okay, do that. We want to go this way though, and you're dead, probably. There we go. Leader Assault. What did we get? Did we get any mannequin parts for that? Mannequin. We got 2 mannequin arms. Let's see. Item. Let's see. What do we have here? We need 5 full sets. So, oh, this is gonna be annoying, I imagine. Okay, so. I didn't sell the broken watch because left behind in shame it's broken. It looks expensive. This is probably what we need to give to Pater, I imagine. Okay, custom kit set. Where are the okay? All right, so we have 6 mannequin arms, 3 mannequin legs. Okay, that's good to know. But we need a torso and a head as well. All right. Blah 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 blah. Blah, blah. There we go. I wonder if we can go from dough to dough again. When we're starting to start at like the next things. Okay, come on. Let's fight! Or, well, we are fighting, I don't know. I mean, let's smite? Let's smite? Or that's what we said. Yeah, that's one thing I'm curious about. Why do we call bosses in video games? I remember, like, I tried looking this up. Apparently, the earliest recorded time that, or the earliest known time that, like, the term boss is used is, like, an article in, like, the 70s referring to something. But when you think about it, actually called, okay, Leader Assault. Calling these things bosses is actually, that's interesting. It's actually kind of silly, all things considered. Like, it's actually, like, I don't know, like, I remember when I first heard the term boss, I was looking at the manual for Sonic Adventure 2, and they used the term boss, and I was like, why are these called bosses? Oh, you're just items, and, I don't know, it's just one of those things. Like, why do we call them bosses? Why do we? Like, it's not something that, like, we really question very much, because, oh, we got arms and legs, no heads, no torsos. But yeah, it's like, it's not something we really take the time to question. We sort of just, you know, do it. Like, we just call them bots. Like, it's so normal that no one really even takes the time to really, you know, there we go. No one really takes the time to even really just, like, question just, I don't know. I mean, like, it makes sense. It does make sense, but also it's kind of silly. Like, why do they call? I feel like the person who coined the term, like, he was like using that as an excuse, like, oh, like my boss, like he had like a really annoying boss, and he's like, oh, okay, you know, my boss is annoying, so I'm gonna call this my boss, and then, you know, take all my frustrations out on him by beating up this video game boss. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Okay, Leader Assault. What do we get here? Okay. Mannequin torso, mannequin arms. Yeah, it seems like the torso and head are going to be the hard things to get, I imagine. Items. We have 1 torso, I believe. We'd have had just enough. I think we had 5 full sets of everything, too. Okay, so we have enough arms for a full set. We only have 3 legs, no torsos. Oh. Well, at least we'll be getting experience from this, all things considered, but alright. So I guess now will be the time to randomly go into our awkward topic of sorts. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so relatively recently, I've been watching the Voices from the Dark's playthrough of Higurashi no Nakakoro ni, and relatively recently, he posted a video asking to do like another visual novel, even though like he started Higurashi relatively recently, and The reason for that is because apparently, like, the developers of the game, they don't allow, like, full playthroughs of the game. They only allow you to do, like, the first volume, which in and of itself is actually relatively, it's actually quite a bit of content. The first volume, I believe that there are 8 volumes in total. Like, there's Higurashi, it's divided into 4 volumes. And then there's Kai, which also has 4 volumes, it seems, I believe. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Mannequin head! Ooh, sweet! We're getting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting stuff. This is probably going to take up the entire thingy, isn't it? I imagine that it is. Oh, okay. Note to self, whenever you get stuff like this, never sell it off. Like, never again. Why did I do that? I wonder if, like, the place has them, like, since I sold them? I don't know. I could always check. Yeah, we already heard this one before, actually. Okay, so let's see, what was I talking about again? Well, yeah, but like they only allow like the first volume, which is quite a bit of content. Because one thing that you can do on YouTube Mobile that you can't seem to do on the YouTube full site anymore is you can, if the playlist is short enough, you can actually check to see how long it is. And his playthrough, the first thing, which is 14 parts long, 11 parts have gone live, is 10 hours. Because the way he does this is actually quite interesting. Like, he allows you to, or he uploads in batches. I don't think that we got a single mannequin piece from that. He uploads in batches, so and he adds them to a playlist, but he posts them as unlisted. So like I feel like it would probably be better if I actually like attacked everything. I feel like I would get a higher chance of actually collecting stuff instead of just going straight for the leader. But I'm just gonna go for the leader anyway, because you know this is the most mindless thing that I can do. It makes it easier to concentrate on the awkward topic at hand. Yeah, but like he uploads them in batches, so you can always do that. You can always binge watch things, or you can wait for them to go live. I usually wait for them to go live, sort of just to pace things, because I don't know. I find that if you pace yourself doing things, it's a lot easier to maintain. It's a lot. You get a lot things. You get a lot more things done than just watching them over and over again. Let's see. We got a. I don't think that we got anything for that. I don't think. Yeah, are we getting anything for any more? Let's see. Mannequin arms. We have 10 of these. Yeah, this time I think that we're gonna do like a full blown. We're just gonna take out everybody. See if that makes any difference. It probably does, I imagine. I feel like actually attacking everybody like gives us like a lot more resources than just only attacking the leader, I imagine. Do that, please. Now, where was I going with this? Yeah, but yeah, he does it, which is quite interesting. I think, anyway. All things considered. But, where was I going with this? Yeah, it's 10 hours long, according to the YouTube Mobile, anyway, which is, I think, is quite interesting. All things considered. But yeah, so it's quite a bit of content. So it's not like you're not getting anything. But at the same time, it's like, I believe that the developers are within their legal rights to do that, so I'm not really going to complain about it. But like the reason behind it, I think is, well, it's rather obvious. I think that if you do partial playthroughs, like, you know, let's see, what are these? These are, yeah, we have escape hexes on since, you know, we have it. All right, let's go to Zephyr. Holy powers, come to me, first aid. But they think that they're increasing sales by doing this because they think that people are going to be like, oh, okay, so I said the first volume, I got a 10-hour sneak preview. It's pretty cool. You know, I'm going to be able to watch a lot more because of this. It's great. Like it's absolutely great. Like, I'm going to check out the game. It doesn't work like that. Because here's the thing, when it comes to YouTube videos, if someone's going to take a full 10 hours to like watch like a playthrough or something, like they're probably not going to buy the game at all. Like, well, I shouldn't say that. There are plenty of people who will watch a full playthrough of a game, and then they will and then they'll play it themselves afterwards. I've done that before, like Catherine, for example. Like, I remember, if it wasn't for Let's Plays, I wouldn't have even bought Catherine to begin with. I bought it it was a game that I had heard of back in like 2011, and so I decided, yeah, I'm just gonna like watch I watched like a couple parts of a playthrough. I discovered Ghost Rose playthrough back in 2011, and then after that, I bought the game. I did. I was like, this game is so good, I'm gonna buy it again. To be fair, I consider it to be one of my favorite games like ever. You know, along with like, you know, the Ace Attorney series, Tales of Vesperia, and the Batman Arkham games. But come on! Hey! Hey! How dare you! Hey! 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 Oh, this is Vashyron. Okay. I thought that it was Zephyr. And realistically, if I thought it was Zephyr, I probably should have just passed my turn, huh? Okay. What I can do is use like we're probably actually gonna lose this. Yeah, we're probably actually gonna lose this because like yeah, this is one of those games that like you can't just. I feel like we only have 3 of these now because we haven't, you know, whatchamacallit. Since we're gonna get like 8 million more, I probably should save these though. We have dog droppings, but that's not really gonna do anything for us. Yeah, but the same thing with like the Ace Attorney series, right? Like I bought the game myself. I saw a playthrough, like Jake or Super Genius did a playthrough of Ace Attorney last year, and I saw it, and then I decided to buy the games myself. I bought the HD collection. I'm not playing the HD collection on my channel because I don't have any means of recording it that way, but yeah, I bought the game. I watched a full playthrough of it. I bought the game myself, and then, you know, and not only that, but I decided after I bought them, I decided to withhold playing them because I was like, I want to play the games myself on this channel and share the experience and encourage you guys to play the games as well. You know, like the company who did Higurashi, they think that you know by you know, this is really annoying. You know, like, you know, the thing is, you wouldn't know these, but these awkward topics, like, a lot of these times, like, I practice these out, like, 8 trillion times before I actually do them on video, but when I start recording and I have to play video games and talk at the same time, they always get really jumbled up. You would never know that I practice these, like, 8 trillion times. I have them perfect! I have them absolutely perfect! I have everything organized like it's, like, freaking, like, a TED Talk or something, and then... Oh, we got a mannequin head, got a mannequin arms. Okay, there we go. That's great. But, where was I going with this? I probably should have gone just a little bit farther out. But, where is I going with this? Let's see. No, really, where is I going with this? Yeah, but anyway, like, They think that they're being, like, smart by doing this, but they're really not. Like, this is something that, like, you know, 10 years ago, like, it would have... 10 years ago, like, a business practice like that would have been, very, very, very practical. But in this day and age, not so much, because this is what's going to happen. Because, like I said, like, there are 2 types of people when it comes to Let's Play videos, right? There are the people if they're gonna buy a game, this is what's going to happen. They're either going to buy it, they're either gonna watch like 2 or 3 parts of the game from their favorite Let's Player, and then they're gonna like, you know what, this game, you got me into it, I'm gonna buy it myself. That happens. Or they're gonna watch a full playthrough of the game, and then after that they're like, which I've done before, they're gonna be like, okay, well this is cool, and I can always watch the playthrough again, but I actually want to get the game for myself and play it for myself. That happens. That happens. It's very rare that business practices like this where, like, you only post, like, part of the game. It's very rare that business practices like that where you only post part of the game is really going to boost sales that much. Because the people who are going to buy the game, because in my opinion, I believe the people who are going to buy the game after seeing that sneak preview, after seeing that sneak preview are the people who are going to buy the game regardless, actually. So it's not really going to do anything, because most people are going to be like, oh, okay, well, I got 10 hours of the game, now I'm going to go watch something else. That's how it works. like, a lot of people think that, like, let's plays have caused, like, dramatic drop in video games and video game sales. I don't think so. I think that people are buying just about the same amount of games as they were before, like, 10 years ago, before Let's Plays were, like, super popular. I don't even, like, the first time I ever heard of the term Let's Plays back in 2007, so, I don't think that Let's Plays were even going on in 2005. I mean, that's not to say that, like, video game recordings weren't being done, because I've actually recorded some video game stuff footage before Let's Plays, but yeah, yeah, but most people are gonna be like, oh, 10 hours, okay, now I'm gonna go watch Minecraft or whatever. Minecraft isn't as popular to watch these days, but, you know, it is what it is. Let me check my whatchamacallit first before I continue off on this topic. Okay, I have 2 heads, 11 arms, 1 torso, 3 oh, this is terrible. Why did I sell those off? Why did I sell those off? But, let's see, where was I going with this? Yeah, we need grindy type for recording sessions like this every now and then, otherwise it wouldn't be a proper JRPG series, would it? You have to have these every now and then. These filler videos, if you will. I'm probably gonna finish, like I said, I'm gonna do like the 1 hour time limit, and then after this I'm probably going to grind a little. I'm probably going to finish up the side missions on my own time or something, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, like people are playing about the same amount of games as they normally would. It's just that they're able to experience more games because of Let's Plays, like the games that, like, they probably wouldn't have played in the first place because of, you know, time or money issues. They're experiencing a lot more games than before. That was interesting. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, so I think that Let's Plays have impacted sales, but not in the way that people think. Because, you know, here it is, the sad truth is, like, the people who watch a full Let's Play and don't buy a game, they weren't going to buy it to begin with, because they just weren't that interested in playing it. They were interested in knowing the story or something, but here's the thing, like, like, before then, they probably would have, like, maybe, you know, like, let's see, what did I do for, like, video games that, like, what I would do for, like, video games that, like, I couldn't really get when I was younger, is I'd probably, like, find, like, a magazine or something, like, find a magazine about that game, and then, like, read as much as information as I could about it, and that was basically all that I could do. That's basically all that I could do. Like, with Let's Plays and everything, it's like, yeah, you're experiencing more, like, that's the beauty of them, you're able to experience more games than you normally would, and sure, sure, some people, sure, you know, it's, like, one less sell that people would, sure, that's one less sell from people, what am I trying to say here? Sure, some people are content with just watching a Let's Play, or a lot of people are, but, like I said, they probably wouldn't have bought the game anyway, were it not for Let's Plays. I mean, they probably wouldn't have, like, even if Let's Plays weren't a thing, they probably wouldn't have bought the game anyway, because because they probably only have enough time for, like, time and money for games that they're really interested in, and that's what they would buy. That's just how it is. But where am I going with this? You know, it was so nice and organized and everything before, but no, not anymore. I used to be... this is a train wreck! Where was I going with this, though? Where was I going with this? Okay, so let's break things down here. So yeah, buying and sell. Yeah, they probably wouldn't have bought it to begin with. It's a business practice, I think, that was made by people who don't quite understand how the current market works. Like I said, like 10 years ago, that would have been very practical, but in this day and age, not so much. Because there are plenty of other ways to go about doing this. There are plenty of good ways to go about doing this. So, because, you know, there's one thing you have to understand is that I'm just talking in circles at this point. But like, I feel like I've actually made all the points that I wanted to say, but because I didn't say it in the order that I had planned out, like I'm just talking in circles right now. I feel like that's a possibility. That's always a possibility. Alright, so I talked about buying games after, like... this is bad. This is bad! But have I said everything? Okay, so let's just try to summarize everything that I've said so far and make it nice and simple. So they think that it's a practical idea, but it is in theory, but in reality it's not, because you know the people who go through a video, who watch a full playthrough of a game and don't buy it to begin with, or don't buy it afterwards, probably weren't going to buy the game to begin with. And watching full playthroughs doesn't necessarily, like, Let's Plays don't really impact like a buyer's well, they do impact the consumer, but not in the way that they think that they do. They think that they do, because what it boils down to is whether someone watches a playthrough or not, they're going to buy it. That's not going to really impact whether or not they're going to buy a game too much, because if they wanted to buy a game, they will. It doesn't matter like how story driven the game is. If it's that captivating of a story, they will. If it's that captivating of a story, the average gamer is not really going to have a big time they're not going to have that much of a problem experiencing it again. People can watch full playthroughs of a game and still buy a game afterwards, like I've done with Catherine, like I've done with the Ace Attorney games. Yeah, but like, yeah, there are a lot of people. I said that the other group of people were the people who would probably watch like maybe like 2 or 3 parts or so, and then they buy the game themselves. Because a lot of people do that. Like, it's very, I see that all the time. Like, oh, you're doing a playthrough of this of Fallout. You got me into Fallout. I bought the game after watching a couple parts of your playthrough, and I'm having so much fun playing it. Like, that happens. I feel like the company that did that, although it's within their legal rights to do it, I feel like it's not that smart of an idea, because they're only really hurting themselves, because what it boils down to is because people can't do full playthroughs of those games, people just aren't going to play them at all. And so because of that, you know, that's they're just aren't going to play them. That's less people are showing off their games, and as a result, since less people are showing off their games, less people are hearing about it, and less people are going to buy it. I mean, Higurashi, it's a game that came out in 2002, right? Like, it's not new. It's not new. Like most people have already heard about it, and most people have already heard about it at this point. If you know anything about anime, you've probably heard of the anime for them. If you know anything about visual novels, you've probably heard about the visual novels at them. But probably heard about the visual novels. You might have had it in your backlog to play at some point, but it's not a new game. It's not in anyone's high priority to play. And on top of that, getting visual novels in the US, whether you get them in Japanese, whether you get them in English, is very, very difficult. I haven't played very many visual novels. Like, my experience with visual novels are as follows. The Ace Attorney series. I watched a playthrough of Katawa Shoujo, which I eventually got again. Which I got for myself afterwards. Because I've been slowly but surely making my way through the game in Japanese. Just because visual novels are actually pretty hard to read. I find that even as a native English speaker, like seeing English visual novels is kind of hard. Like, I've run into like a lot of words that I'm unfamiliar with. And I'm like, like the vocabulary that a lot of these visual novels have sometimes is like, I haven't even seen these words in like SATs. And back when I was in high school, I took the SAT twice. I'm like, I've never even run into this word before. What is it doing in this visual novel? So in Japanese, that makes it even more difficult. But you know, it just Katawa Shoujo was just like a really great game in my opinion. I still recommend it. One thing that I forgot to mention though, I recommended it twice in Eternal Sonata, but when I recommend Eternal Sonata is that, although you can turn it off, the game does have like, you know, adult content. You should be able to figure out what that type of adult content is. You can turn it off in the options menu, and they'll let you know before you download this is intended for 18 and up. But I probably should have mentioned that beforehand, because I feel like people probably would have like people probably like, oh, that's an interesting game, and then they went to download it, it's like, oh, this is for 18 and up? What kind of weird frickin' tentacle porn is this guy getting me into? I feel like, because like they do warn you before you download it, but hey, you can turn it off. It's still a great game regardless, but relatively recently, I wanted to get the visual novel Umineko no Nakakoro ni, because of Voices from the Dark's playthrough of Higurashi, I wanted to get Umineko, and I wanted to buy it legally. I wanted to find a legal place to buy it, because, in my opinion, unless if there's a way to directly support the developers, then you know, you should buy the game legally. That's my opinion. Like, emulators are fine for certain purposes, like what I do with Ace Attorney. Even though I legally bought the games, I do emulators because it's easier to record. Or if it's like an older game, like if it's an older game, like for especially if the fun companies where you can only buy used copies and the money that you're spending isn't going directly to developers, that's fine. But you know, if you can directly support the developers, then you can. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find Umineko. I wanted to get it in Japanese. I went to the visual novel database to get like a digital copy, and they didn't have. I mean, they posted a link for it, and I went for like a legal copy to buy it. The only place that was legally offering it doesn't offer it anymore. They're like, sorry, we don't offer this anymore. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Umineko is also available for the PS3, but I don't have a PS3, so I can import it. So I have to import a physical copy of the PC game, and I don't want to do that because it's expensive. And it's like, realistically, I'd probably only, because of how advanced visual novels are, I'd probably only be able to really understand about 50 to 60% of what's going on. Which, considering I've only been studying Japanese for almost almost a year, it's actually quite impressive. Actually quite impressive in the grand scheme of things, but I don't want to spend all that money on something. I took all this time to level up, are you serious? Hey, wasn't Vashyron level... No, okay. What was I saying, though? But, what was I saying? But, like, you know, it's like, I'm not gonna spend all that money on something that's only gonna take, like, 50 to 60% to, whatchamacallit. Oh, I mean, let me go back. My experience with visual novels, as I said, Ace Attorney, Gato wa Shoujo. There's also the Higurashi visual novel that I see in Voice from the Dark do, and a free-to-play visual novel. That's all that I've done. A free-to-play visual novel that I found online, which was only like an hour long. That's all. That's my only experience with visual novel so far. But yeah, because of Voice from the Dark's playthrough of Higurashi, I was like, I want to play Umineko because I've heard about it. It takes place in the same universe, like in a different place, like Higurashi takes place in the town of Hinamizawa in 1983, whereas Umineko takes place in just some remote island in 1986 or so, and it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting, all things considered. Because of I heard that the anime wasn't very good. I heard that the anime was all right, but I want to play the visual novel just because I really like the writing and everything. I wanted to play it in Japanese, but I couldn't because finding visual novels is hard. So you know, by limiting to just like the first 10 hours of the game, like sure that's great. Like I'd much rather them limit it to just the first 10 hours than nothing at all, because you know. But it's like, because of how hard it is to get visual novels as in the US, whether in Japanese or in English, because it's a very expensive thing to do. You have to most of them you have to like import, because you can't find like digital copies unless they're like, oh actually Higurashi is available on Steam, I believe, or at least or at least part of it is. But it's like it's hard enough to get as it is, and like I said, the people who were gonna buy the game after seeing like the first 10 chapters, the first 10 hours are probably gonna buy the game anyway. So it's like you're just screwing people over, and you're also making less people play your game. So that makes it so that you're getting less spotlight, which means you're getting in turn less sales. I know I'm getting really yelly. It's just like this thing. It's like I said, I believe the developers are within their legal right to do it. It's just, it's not smart. It's not smart in my opinion. Even if it is a very story-driven game, because it's a visual novel, your majority of your entertainment comes from the game itself, comes from the story itself, the writing. It's just like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not just for like, you know, a couple more cells that they maybe wouldn't have gotten to begin with. It's really not that practical in the grand scheme of things. Well, what do you guys think about that? I know that I rambled like the past 30 minutes saying the same exact thing over and over again, but yeah, that's my opinion on the whole spiel. Yeah, it's just like, no. I don't know. Well, going back into things though, I wanted to actually talk about the visual novel itself because I thought it was interesting. I'd like to at least talk about it to get you guys to maybe play it if you guys were interested. Basically, it's a visual novel. It has, oh, and another thing, because the visual novel actually has an anime adaptation. Most people who only watch like the first volume of the visual novel, after that they're probably like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna watch the anime. Screw the visual novel, because a lot of people do that. So it's just not. It's smart on paper, but there's a difference between being smart on paper and being smart in reality, and it's just not a very smart move. It is a legal move, so I'm not really gonna get mad at them for that. I might be like, oh, how could you be so immoral for doing it? Like, it's their game, they developed it, it's their content, they can do whatever they want with it, but I just don't exactly agree with it, that's what I'm saying here. But yeah, it takes place in 1983 in the town of Hinomizawa, and it follows the story of Keiichi, who is like this. He just moved in from the city to Hinomizawa, which is like the small area, and it's like it starts out very not really exactly slow, like it's eventful, but like nothing really happens. Like, it's just like he goes in there, he lives in a town that's so small that the school that he goes into is practically like a one-room building where like a bunch of different multiple grades are taught at, are taught at the same time, so it's mostly like self-study. It's so small that like that the school doesn't even have like an intercom or a bell system. The principal has to go around like ringing a bell, and because of that, like the main cast like varies in age. You have Keiichi, who is, you know, he's a second year high school student, which is 11th grade in Japan, I believe. Oh, I know that it is, but like I believe he's a second year high school student. Then you have Mion, who is a third-year high school student. You have Rena, who is who's the same age as Keiichi, and then you have Satoko and Rika, who I believe they're in middle school. They never really say how old they are. Actually, I don't think they do, but yeah. So like it starts like the first like 4 or 5 hours of the game is actually not really that significant, all things considered. Like it's just them goofing off and doing a bunch of stupid stuff. Like, it's very well written, so it's still interesting, but like nothing major happens. But then you start to learn that this town has a dark secret, and without getting into spoilers, like the festival happens. There's like this festival, and after the festival happens, the game slowly starts getting darker and darker. And honestly, from what I've seen so far, the game is really messed up. Like, it's a really messed up game. Like, the writing is done very, very well. It's not like the type of scary that makes you go, oh, you know, you're gonna like leave the lights on in your hallway, you know, stuff like that. Like, it's not that type of game, because like it takes place in a very rural town. And like the incident is so isolated, taking place in the 1980s, and being contained to that rural town, that it won't really impact you. It's not the type of game where it's like, oh, this could happen to me. Like the Boogeyman or something. Like, even if you don't believe the Boogeyman, like, it's something that could happen to you if like it existed, right? Like, it's not like that, but it is very suspenseful. It is very creepy, and the writing is very, very good. And which is why it really pains me that they only allow you to do the first. We've already heard that before, which is why it really pains me that you can only do the first volume. That you can only see the first volume. It's just, why? It's just, I'd highly recommend checking it out if you want, and then you can either continue going about your business, watching a bunch of other stuff, or you could play the game yourself, I suppose, or whatever. Where is I going with this? But yeah, it's quite interesting. Like, I've been referencing it quite frequently because of this, and we're almost at the 1 hour mark, so I'm going to want to wrap things up relatively quickly. I hope that in this time we've at least managed to get enough for at least one whatchamacallit. I hope so anyway. But Yeah, but like the visual and the writing is so good. Like, you know, that internal voice actor inside of me. Whenever I was watching Voice from the Dark's playthrough, I'd start reading along as well. Especially because, like, one thing you should know about me, like, when it comes to roles that I prefer to do, well, let's see, how many whatchamacallits do I have here? Let's see here. We have 32 arms! Okay, we need just enough, we just need 2 more heads and 2 more legs. And we'll have enough for a full set. Oh, man. At least we're getting experience from this, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah, but, like, 2 roles that I really like to do are, like, really, like, obnoxious characters, like, or not, like, Kenji and Katawa Shoujo. Like, he's a very annoying character, like, he's weird, but not in the good way. Like, at first I thought that, like, his character was very charming, but after a while, like, his character just got really, really annoying. But, despite the fact, he seems like he'd be a very fun character to play as. I don't know, he's just that type of character. And then, like, I really like playing, like, really intense, serious moments, and Higurashi has a lot of that where I'm just like, ooh, this is cool, you know? Which, I don't know, it's just like really intense moments like that. We're just like, oh, this is creepy. It just makes me want to read along, and I really like it. But you know, the thing is, I'm probably gonna hold off on getting Higurashi though, because I want to get it in Japanese and, you know, just do it that way, just because you know, I just wanted to get. I feel like for me, because visual novels take so much time, I want to actually have, like, a use for them, right? I want to make it so that they're actually useful for me, like they actually benefit me in some way. And for me, that means Japanese, since, you know, I want to do voice acting work in Japan. You know, doing it in Japanese would be very beneficial for me, all things considering how advanced they are. There probably is a lot of language that, if I were to do, like, anime or whatnot, I'd probably be using that type of language for roles anyway, so it's sort of just like one of those things. Oh, we got another head! We got another head, ladies and gentlemen! How many, what do we have now? What do we have now? What do we have now? 4 and 3! I feel like I'm just gonna have to finish this off screen because we're almost at the 1 hour time limit for this. But yeah, if you've played Higurashi or if you've seen the anime, what is your opinion on it? I actually don't want to watch the anime. I want to do the visual novel because I don't know. I've just gotten, like, you know, you tend to get like attached to, like, whatever medium, like, you first introduced with, which, you know, like, if someone watches, like, reads a manga before they watch an anime, no matter if the anime is on a more objective basis better, like they got, like, a writer, like they had a writer, like, do things a lot more dramatically or something, like the characterization, some of the more annoying character tropes and characterizations were changed a bit to be better. Even if the anime was 100% better, people will prefer the manga because that's just what they were introduced to first, you know. And Higurashi, because I was introduced to the visual novel, well, I mean, I had heard of the anime a long time ago, but, like, because, like, the visual novel was the first thing that I like experienced myself. That's what I want to stick with anyway, because, like, I don't know, it is what it is. All right, this is your last chance, game. What do we have here? Okay, so we have 4. Okay, we have mostly everything, but I think I'm just gonna have to do that off screen. So I'm probably, like, next week, probably like next Monday, I'm probably gonna have to do, like, a long grinding session to get everyone prepared. And then, can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we can. I'll do, like, a long grinding session to get everything ready. But yeah, we're gonna end things off here. I'm gonna probably do, like, the side missions off screen, get the items, and then do the dungeon in the next recording session. But yeah, I kind of want to finish it that way, so I'm gonna do it in Japanese whenever I get the chance. Where is it going with this though? I had something that I was going to say, but I guess I just can't quite remember it. All things considered, we actually haven't reached an hour yet. I just remembered because there's a 21-minute long episode for the first recording, for the first episode. But, what was I gonna say? I think I've already exhausted everything, but yeah, oh, there's no legal ways to stream the anime at the moment, which isn't really that big of a deal because well, here's the thing when it comes to anime, right? Fan subs are always illegal. Like, a lot of people think that like fan subs are only illegal when they're like licensed by like Funimation or Crunchyroll, but no, the reason why like fan subs don't get taken down if they're not licensed by Crunchyroll or anything is because the American or the Western audience makes up such a small proportion of the money that goes into the anime industry as a whole that Japanese developers are just like, it's not even worth their time. But once Crunchyroll or Funimation get the rights to it, fan subs are directly competing with their income, so they're going to be a lot more strict with it. That's the whole thing. But there's no legal way to stream the anime. I've checked Crunchyroll or Funimation. I don't really mind fan subs. I don't really mind fan subs too much. I mean, I watch quite a few fan subs actually because I don't know, I just do. Because professional subtitles, they can only do so much. They can only do so much. Oh, they can only get the rights to so many anime, but there are so many other anime out there that you can do fan subs. And you might say, oh, well, if you're saying what Japanese, why don't you just watch it raw? Because it's a lot easier to find stuff subbed than raw. I mean, Crunchyroll actually does allow you to watch stuff without subtitles. Actually, you can watch it raw. So I guess I could do that for a little bit. I don't know. I'm not really in super desperate need of listening practice because I get listening practice doing all sorts of other things as it is. So anyway, whatever the case may be, I guess it's time to end things off. So let's go ahead and save, please. Over slot 2. The most useless thing of all, I suppose. The most pointless recording session, but yeah, we didn't really get any. We literally didn't get anything done. We literally didn't get anything done! So if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like if you thought it was cool. Please feel free to subscribe and join the Oven Brother today. Also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye! We literally didn't get anything done.